The idea of breathing in Taoism has several sides, and one of the sides is that slow, thin breathing is better than intense or fast breathing. Fast breathing, on average, for most people is less than 20 seconds per breath, and we call this hysterical breath. And at the moment when you breathe 3 minutes about in a in-breath and an out-breath together, then at that moment you have on average a relatively healthy mental quietude. So many people, when they do breathing practices and they say this is Taoist breathing, they actually do something either from Shaolin or from Wushu, or they do something from bodybuilding or anything else. And sometimes they call it yoga breathing, but it is still mostly bodybuilding breathing. Wim Hof is a very famous example of bodybuilding breathing and hysterical breathing as a result of that, which is of course heating up your body, creating a strong immune reaction, but at the same time also pushes you more directly into emotional instability. And that is the reason why in Taoism we breathe slowly. Let me give you a nice example. Let's take this breath and we will start with in-breathing now. In the wide spreading of your arms, you gradually open up your lungs. The more slow you move, the better it is, because you get a better saturation of the cells in your body as a result of slow breathing. You very often see people practice and show moves relatively fast. That is because they have no control over their mind and their emotions, and therefore their body will always age relatively fast. So the slow breathing also has to slow down your heart and has to slow down the general functioning of your body. You remember these stories about monks sitting in a cave for a long time and move not at all? Here we start with out-breathing. Out-breathing is a little bit slower than the in-breathing, in fact, to make sure that everything sinks properly. So when you are down and you hold on to the yang and bring it into the Dantian, that is still part of your out-breathing, and you hold it there until you're completely finished, and then you can put your hands on the Dantian to lock it into your body. Please realize a full belly gives a bad breath. When you look at this movement here, then at that moment you see that breathing is in reality very slow. At the moment when you open up your arms, you actually go open the different chambers of your lungs, and as a result of that you actually breathe more fully and completely. But the opening of your body has to drag in the air by itself, so you don't have to go like to breathe in. No, you want to open your lungs so that the breath can come in. The whole of Tai Chi Chuan is based on that principle, and if you can't do that, you miss one of the most essential parts of what is explained by Zhang Fan in the Golden Flower technique.